everybody, it's Mandy from Sumptuous Living. Happy summer! Oh, which is kind of a mixed thing for me because kids have invaded my house, and the other day I had the world's largest bill at Costco, and I think all I bought was like walnuts and blueberries, but of course all of the fruit in that whole trip is gone, so my house has been invaded. But we are gonna start hitting some really amazing, easy, delicious things that you can stock your house for summer. And today we are making the most insanely delicious chicken salad ever. I call it chicken salad heaven. It's just so good, so good. So we make sure that you go ahead and let me know where you're watching from. Say hi. I am so tall that I have to have the camera so far from me. Takes us like 12 minutes to make sure the food is in there, and then my head is not cut off because I'm 6'1". So I'll run up to the screen and kind of see where you are, so that because my eyeballs are half blind, I have to kind of squint. But tell me where you're at, and then I also kind of want to have a fun little thing of like, where do you get your rotisserie chickens? Are you a Costco girl where you are buying the pterodactyl bird, which is how I roll? We're huge and we need lots of food. But or do you buy them more at the regular market? I find that sometimes you feel like you're getting like a pigeon for the same price point, so that's why I love the Costco ones. And then also, what mayo do you love? Are you a Duke's, Hellman's? What are the other ones? Miracle Whip. We're not gonna have conversations if you're a Miracle Whip person. I'm sorry. No. But let me know what kind of mayos you like. Do you like light? Do you like the olive oil kind? All that kind of stuff, because I'm always curious what everyone loves to stock in their pantry. So let's get started because it's really easy, but it's so delicious. It's so yummy. I've got some friends and family that always love having this on hand. So before we get mixing some things, I have in here, I've already pulled a rotisserie chicken. All the meat, everything goes in. Hi, Aunt Kathy. Hi, Miss Lane. Hey, Grant loves you. Anyway, so all of the rotisserie chicken is in here. White meat and dark meat all go together. There is no democracy in our food eating. We put everybody into it and have all kinds of fun. So if someone says, I don't like dark meat, too bad, so sad, because I'm using all of it. You know, you got to get everything in there. And then we have thyme. Thyme makes things pop, and it tastes so good with the fruits that we put in. And we have some toasted pecans. Why do we toast them? Because you got to heat up the oils of the nuts and make all the flavors get bigger. Anytime, unless you're baking something with nuts already in it. If you're going to use nuts, you need to toast it first, but you can toast a bunch of them and keep them in a Tupperware or a Ziploc in your pantry. They're good to go for any of your yogurt, your oatmeal, your cereal, which I like to, I mean, if the kids are just eating Cheerios, I at least try and put some toasted nuts and some blueberries on there to kind of give a little bit more protein pack and some nutrition into just a bowl of regular cereal. And then we have green onions, and then we're going to get into the citrus because you know I love citrus, and some beautiful apples. So we're going to go ahead and start chopping up some stuff. But I'm going to start putting some things into my big bowl. So I'm going to start with all of our rotisserie chicken. This is a whole chicken. It's about 3 to 4 cups worth of chicken. And I have them all the time. I'll come home with like 6 of those rotisserie chickens and just put on Bravo, whatever you like, but I love me some Bravo. And I'll go ahead and pluck all the meat off. I'll have 2 bowls, one for the bones and one for all the meat. And then I take with my giant man hands, big heaping handfuls, and put them into freezer bags so that I always, always, always have chicken on hand in the freezer for pasta, burritos, tacos, whatever. It makes my whole life so much easier. So the same thing here. If you need to make chicken, it's already cooked, it's already baked, it's already in your freezer, then you have it anytime you want to. So we've got chicken in there. We are going to go ahead and add some beautiful thyme that I plucked off. You don't even have to really give it a chop unless you have a few small stems left in there. So I'm going to give it a quick little whirl. But I love thyme. It's got kind of like a florally, woody flavor to it. Put a bunch of thyme in there. That's Frenchy business. If you only have dried, that's okay. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We have some beautiful toasted pecans. They're already chopped up. And this is like, the recipe is on the blog, but it's like a guide. So if you love nuts, go heavy on the nuts. If you love the apples or the grapes, totally go crazy with that. If you don't want any grapes in there, so bad, that's fine. You could put cranberries, dried raisins in there. That'd be good too. So I'm going to put a bunch of pecans in there, and then I'm going to grab an apple. I'm not even going to peel it. And we've done this before where we go straight down the middle, go straight down again, and then I'm going to take the knife and go diagonally across to core it really fast. That took the core out. And that also gave me a flat surface to cut it with. So it's laying nice and flat now, and I can make some skinny little slices going one way, and then turn it and do skinny little chunks the other way, and get through it really quickly. So those are going to go in there. Okay, so tell me all the things that you love to make. Let's see. Hi, Ellen. Are you back from New York? Hello. Yeah, Grant is your boy, Karen. So what do you guys like to make? What kind of things do you put in your chicken salad? Do you put rosemary? Do you put walnuts? Are you like just an onion and celery kind of old school girl? What do you like to make? Let's have a little conversation. Maybe we can inspire each other. So I'm going to put probably about 2/3 or 3/4 of this big apple. I love Fuji or Gala, Brayburn, anything crisp that you have on hand. A Macintosh is too mushy. So, and I keep mine in the fridge. It keeps the juices really cold and crisp and fresh. That way, I think that looks probably pretty good. And then we've got red grapes. I like the red ones, and I'm kind of that weird lady who goes and squeezes her grapes at the market. I love to have grapes that are kind of, you know, firm and crisp and juicy. So, but if you had green grapes, that would work too. No big deal, whatever you have on hand. And I am putting a couple of them in my hand together and then lining them up and running my knife through them all at the same time, if they'll cooperate. So, what kind of things do you guys like to have in your fridge all the time? For, I wish I wasn't so tall I could see the camera. It's so much easier. So let's see. Renee, maybe you can look and see what some people are on your phone. Renee will tell me what you guys are saying, because I'm blind. I'm so blind. I'm a blind lady. So we've got green onions are going to go in there too. I've got some of our grapes. That's good enough. So I've got a whole bowl of grapes are going in, and I'm going to put these. You can put them on croissants, but I love those onion rolls. They're so yummy, so yummy. So I'm going to pull me some green onions. Any of the outer leaves that look kind of hokey-ooky, I pull off. Like that one. And then I use the center 2/3 of the green onion. Some people don't go all the way up to the greens, and some people don't use any of the whites, and I don't know why that is. I use the whole thing. I line them up, chop off the root part, and then I don't chop the ends because I'm going to get there anyway, so I bundle them up real easy, and then remember a rocking motion of the ocean. You never lose contact with the board when you're cutting. Good big knife, choke up on the handle, and then practice. And it's a push forward. It's never a pull. I don't lift it up and pull back ever. So kind of practice that motion. We went through that with the chopping video that we did a little while ago. So we're going to go ahead and get all those chopped up. I love green onions. If you wanted to, you could use chives too, or some red onion would be delicious. And remember our trick of soaking the red onion in some ice water first.
What about limes and lime juice?
Ooh, limes. Yeah, limes. If you especially had you wanted to put a little heat into your chicken salad, so you could easily make a chicken salad with like red onions, do some lime juice, lime zest, because you know that's where the flavor comes from. Put a little poblano, chopped poblano, do a southwestern chicken salad, would be so good. So good. Put some poblano in there. There's like no limits. It's such a cool canvas. And then you could maybe serve it on like a lovely jalapeno cheddar bread. Wouldn't that be good? That would be so good. Now I'm all hungry. So anyways, okay. Lemons are gonna go in, and I've got my handy dandy zester. Let me move my bowl over here. Because look, it's already so pretty, right? Yay! If you're close by, you can show up for some lunch at my house. So we've got all our lemon zest is going in there. You know I love lemon zest. And I use this rasp. If you like to grate your garlic, make sure you have 2 different ones. They come in 2 different color, or it's like yellow, green, whatever. Just make sure you have 2 different ones because it's hard to get all the little bits and pieces from the garlic out. So we've got lemon zest. You could do orange zest in here too. That would be bright and beautiful and so yummy. So good. Especially if you were doing cranberries. Oh, yeah, man. So yum. And we have on the blog a watermelon basil margarita. That would be a fantastic combo, don't you think? And that really pretty little baby, Renee, that little baby potato Greek yogurt salad. There's a baby potato Greek yogurt salad that would be awesome with this too, if you were wanting to do a big picnic. A big picnic. Okay, so our lemons are gonna get juiced on in there, and I'm gonna even add a little bit more. I don't feel like I got enough. Summer's definitely here. I dropped off my daughter at summer camp up near Asheville this weekend. So now, then the boys are off at their own little things. My oldest is doing PE, so for 2 weeks he's got PE from 9 to 3:30 or 8 to 3:30. He is going to come home and have breakfast and then second breakfast and then lunch and then second lunch. Even though he took lunch to school, he's probably going to want to do a second lunch there. So I better have some stuff ready to go. Okay, salt and pepper. Lots of salt and pepper. And if you didn't have any fresh thyme, like I said, dry thyme would be great. If you had just herbes de Provence, that would be good. If you only had some rosemary, yum. Or even just fresh parsley would be really yummy. Lots of fresh pepper. And then some, remember, a pinch of salt is not 2 fingers. It's all your fingers snow. That's a pinch of salt. And last but not least, the mayo. We've got about 1.5 cups of mayo. And I always eyeball this because who likes to clean mayo out of a cup, a measuring cup? I figure when it's wet enough, it is wet enough. And sometimes instead of adding more mayo, I'll add more lemon juice. And if you wanted to lighten this up, you could do half mayo, half Greek yogurt. Plain low-fat Greek yogurt would be really yummy also. It already smells so good. And if you are super adventuresome and like to roast your own chicken, then that's a great option too, if you really only want to do all white meat or what have you. I just feel like you can't even buy the chicken for the same price as what you would get for the rotisserie one, and then they do all the work. And it's all ready to go. It's such a huge time saver. We're actually pretty perfect. Look at how it's not super heavy mayo-y. It's just yummy. I'm going to taste it and see if we have enough thyme and lemon and all that. Okay. All right, babies. But look, here we go. Do you see it? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Can you see? Yay! So good. Hi, Suzanne. Tell me, you guys, where you're watching from. If you're outside of Atlanta area, let me know. The last one we did, we had a lady who was joining in from my grandparents' tiny little town in Louisiana. And I was just like amazed. It was so awesome. I wish I had realized it while we were talking because I would have had a whole conversation in the middle of it. But I'm going to grab a spoon and check it. That's perfect. That's perfect. Need a little bit more brightness. Oh my gosh, it's so yummy. Y'all, so good. It's so good. It would be so good on a beautiful arugula salad, in a sandwich, just even an open face or like crackers for people to dip in. So pretty. Yum, 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 yum. All right, so I'm going to make me a sandwich because I'm hungry, which I'm hungry. Let me grab a plate, a beautiful plate, and get my decks all cleared up. Okay, so we've got a pretty little onion roll, and you can toast them up or whatever you want to do. I'm going to take some arugula and put a bed down. Actually, I'm going to probably add a little bit of mayo at the bottom, just to help my arugula stick. And some fresh, the arugula is nice and peppery, so all the sweetness from the fruits kind of have that balance, which is really yum. I only need to add mayo to one side. and the gorgeous bed of arugula. Spinach would be awesome. Kale, crispy. You know, I have a divided household when it comes to lettuces. Half of my house loves dark greens, and the other half only do romaine. And they're like, wah, wah, wah. So boring. But whatever you got is fine, because this is going to be so good. And the grapes and the apples, it's so yummy. And then top it off. And we're going to taste it up. And that's it. That's all you got to do. And it makes a big batch. You can keep it in the fridge. It'll keep in the fridge all week. So delicious. It won't last that long, but it'll keep in the fridge all week. And see how good and yummy. And see, yum, 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 yum. So yummy. All right, y'all. That's it. Happy summer. And I will see you next week. And I think next week we're going to make a really awesome Vietnamese cold brew iced coffee. So I'm going to teach you how to cold brew coffee, which it's like crack. You will love me. We are going to be best friends forever. And then I'll show you how you can even take that same cold brew iced coffee and turn it into a martini by adding a little vodka. So, happy summer. I will see you later. And I'm about to have a big old sandwich, so we got to go. All right, bye.